Good morning, I'm Craig DeGrelli. It's Friday, May 30th, 2025, and these are your Unbiased Updates. Over and out, it's Elon Musk's final day leading DOGE. So why is the White House saying this won't be the last we see of him? And what he and Trump are planning to say later today. Plus, tariffs are back on. A surprise court ruling gives Trump's trade war new life. So what's China's next move? And oh, Canada, oh no. Wildfires up north are choking major American cities with smoke. We'll show you who's waking up to dangerous air this morning. The stories that matter, clear and credible, from across the country to around the world. These are your unbiased updates from Straight Arrow News. Today technically marks Elon Musk's last day with the Trump administration. He announced he's stepping down as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, just hours after ripping into Donald Trump's big, beautiful budget bill. But here's the thing. This was always part of the plan. You see, Musk was brought on for 130 days as a special government employee tasked with slashing government waste. And today is day 130. But don't expect him to vanish. The White House says Musk will stay on as an unofficial advisor and may still drop in on meetings. President Trump seemed to back that up on Truth Social, announcing he and Musk will hold a press conference in the Oval Office this afternoon, writing, "This will be his last day, but not really, because he will always be with us, helping all the way. Elon is terrific." The big question now, what happens to DOGE?
We thank him for his service. We thank him for getting DOGE off of the ground, and the efforts to cut waste, fraud, and abuse will continue. Again, the DOGE leaders are each and every member of the president's cabinet and the president himself, who is wholeheartedly committed to cutting waste, fraud, and abuse from our government.
And it's not just Elon Musk heading for the exit. ABC News reports DOGE's chief lawyer, James Burnham, and Musk's top aide, Steve Davis, are also in the process of offboarding. A late-day court decision has thrown President Trump's trade policy a lifeline, but the legal fight is far from over. A federal appeals court has temporarily reinstated the Trump tariffs just one day after something called the U.S. Court of International Trade ruled he overstepped his authority by imposing them under emergency powers. The administration says it might take the case to the U.S. Supreme Court as early as today. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump warned, quote, "If allowed to stand, this would completely destroy presidential power. The presidency would never be the same." It keeps Trump's tariff agenda alive for now. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Thursday that the U.S.-China talks are now a bit stalled, though a call between Donald Trump and President Xi could happen in the coming weeks. In a reversal from just last year, two top Trump officials now say Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide, not murder. This after years of conspiracy theories claiming Epstein was killed to protect powerful friends, including politicians, celebrities, and royalty. FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, who once said he was 100% sure Epstein was murdered, now says there's video that proves no one else was in the cell.
There is nothing in the file at this point on the Epstein case, and there's going to be a disclosure on this coming shortly. We are working through there is video. There's video that when you look at the video, and we will release, that's what's taken a while on this, we are working on cleaning it up to make sure you have an enhanced, and we're going to give the original so you don't think there were any shenanigans. You're going to see there's no one there but him.
In a separate interview, FBI Director Kash Patel also said the footage would put conspiracies to rest. Epstein died in a New York City jail cell in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. His connections to Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and Prince Andrew fueled years of speculation. But now, under President Trump's DOJ, the message is clear: case closed. Thick smoke from dozens of out-of-control wildfires in Canada is pouring into the United States, and millions of Americans could feel the impact. Officials in Manitoba and Saskatchewan have declared states of emergency as fires threaten tens of thousands of people there. Canada's latest update, get this, more than 170 fires burning nationwide, 93 uncontained, and the smoke is on the move. AccuWeather says poor air quality is set to hit cities including Fargo, North Dakota, Minneapolis, Duluth, Green Bay, Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, and Indianapolis. This morning, Hamas says a new U.S.-backed ceasefire proposal does not meet its core demands, but the group is still reviewing it. The plan, brokered by President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, includes a 60-day ceasefire, a phased hostage release, and increased aid into Gaza. The White House says Israel has signed off, but a senior Hamas official tells the BBC it lacks key commitments, including a full Israeli withdrawal from Gaza and an end to the war. Still, they say they will respond in due course. Hamas is holding 58 hostages, many feared in grave danger, including roughly 3 dozen who likely have been dead for a while. Israel has not formally commented, but Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reportedly told hostage families he supports the deal. Former NYPD Commissioner Bernard Carrick, once hailed a 9/11 hero, has died after a private battle with illness. A longtime ally of Rudy Giuliani, Carrick rose from military police to become the Big Apple's top guy. He was even tapped to rebuild Iraq's police force after the U.S. invasion. But his career crashed in scandal. He served time for tax fraud before being pardoned by President Trump in 2020. Through it all, Carrick remained a fixture in conservative politics, seen at Trump rallies and pushing 2020 election claims. Giuliani said of his loss, quote, "He's like my brother. I was a better man for having known Bernie." Carrick was 69. For all of us here at Straight Arrow News, I'm Craig DeGrelli. Have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend.